welcome back to episode 1. It's your host Justin with
Benjamin. We're back, man. We're back.
we are back, and we're back after a lot more time than we said we would be, huh?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely got sidetracked. Life came and it kicked our ass. That's what happened.
I had finals. I also got into a car accident and had to deal with that. I'm okay. No one asked.
Yeah, definitely no one asked. But
Damn.
he's definitely okay. I mean, he might be a little bit fucked up in the head, but nothing really changed.
I was that before. So
Yeah.
Nothing's really changed, yeah.
So our topics today are, let me pull it up on my phone because we all have it written down.
Yeah, we pre-did these
So
way before.
our first topic is we're gonna be talking about breakup season and why people are playing the victim and shit, because it really is breakup season. And then number 2 is
we got the relationships that we have been in and what we've personally learned from them. Maybe you guys can get some tips and tricks.
and then Christmas and like growing older, our new responsibilities that we are getting as young adults now. Like all the new shit that's hitting us, life in general.
Now that we're adults and whatnot, yeah. And then after that, we got a cool shit that we can do now that we're older. Things like getting a house, going to certain clubs, and then eventually the actual fun clubs when we're 21. But, whatever.
And then, what we want for Christmas. What is our plans for Christmas? Because to be honest, hey, it's in a few days, and
it is in 5 days.
Yeah,
we were
literally.
recording this on the 20th.
And then our plans for the new year. Honestly, I don't know.
Should we start with our plans for the new year?
I think we should start with our plans. Honestly, my plans for the new year is just to chill, relax in bed, see what happens, with my real estate and shit like that. See where life takes me. See if I want to get a job with Justin at the time. Maybe go work at GameStop for a little bit, get some money on the side, and start working towards my own property, my own land, bro.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I can't wait for that. I have some similar goals. Not quite as much chilling. I felt that I've done a lot of chilling in my life and need to finally work on actually working out. So I'm actually not going back to college for the next 2 semesters at least. Unfortunately, I'll still be going to our local college, and I'll just be taking some basic classes, things like microeconomics and things like that. But I'm just gonna be working on like self-improvement physically.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. I think that's everyone's goal. I think should be is improving on the person, and being a new person, because everyone needs growth.
Everyone needs growth.
Everyone
Some
needs
painfully more than others.
Yeah. And what do you want for Christmas? It's literally in a few days. What do you plan on getting? What do you hope for? Or what do you think people are going to get you, but maybe you don't want,
Well, it's funny because I never really had, like, specific things that I want from people. Because a lot of my things are, things that I want for Christmas are a little, like, personal. And I don't really want my family getting them. So I'll just get them maybe once we get a job together. Who knows? And pay for them myself. But I'll be getting maybe some pre-workout, some workout things from my parents.
Don't be lying to the people.
No.
We know what you're gonna be getting.
No.
We're getting the meal be huge, and you're getting that.
I'm getting that 3-foot tall dildo, the thing they took off Amazon. Oh Lord.
And a fucking gallon of lube.
No, it's the 55-gallon drum. That was literally a few $1,000s, and it's still on Amazon, I believe. Last time I checked.
Honestly, what I'm hoping for, and I know I'm probably not gonna get, is the digital Sony camera. That's like almost $1,000.
The what? I've never even heard of that.
So yeah, it's a really good camera on Amazon. I know you guys are listening to this. It's not visual, but
you guys can look it up. This will be on Spotify.
Yeah.
Open up a new tab.
It's Spotify. I don't think you buy shit on Spotify.
No, well they'll listen on Spotify and they can play it through their ears while they look up things.
I got you. So it's the Sony camera. It's a digital camera. It's the A5100. It's that. It's.
Damn, that is 800 smackaroonies before tax.
But the thing I might get for Christmas, maybe someone will get for me, is hopefully an aux cord, because mine recently broke on me and I have to listen to the radio.
Yeah. Well, actually, we just came back from listening to your radio, and that was fun.
Yeah, I was listening to like Sacramento fucking radio, and honestly, sometimes they were talking and they actually genuinely made me laugh. So
Like
Yeah,
radio,
like-
not just like music,
yeah, no, it's actually radio too.
like FM. Got it.
Yeah, and it's honestly pretty great because there's this one girl, a guy, and this gay guy, and I think it's a perfect match because I think that if they all bring something to the table, that they judge each other, and it's amazing.
You are playing GTA in real life, my guy.
Basically, I feel like I'm playing fucking GTA right now.
So, you know what comes with Christmas?
New Year's.
No. Well, that too. Yeah, I mean, yes, you are not wrong. But something that Christmas and the beginning of the winter season is notorious for.
Wet deers.
That too. God, that's old. Let's see how many viewers can find that video.
Oh god, no.
The breakup season. There's two spikes.
Ooh.
It's one is right before Christmas, about 2 weeks before Christmas, and the other spike is 1 week before Thanksgiving.
Honestly, I don't know why people are breaking up during the holidays a lot more, like, than before.
It doesn't make sense
It
because you
seems
think
like a trend. It seems like they would
It
be
is a trend.
closer. Like, it seems like people are planning out their breakups now, and it's kind of
What do you
almost
mean?
disturbing.
What do you mean like planning to breakups?
Like, I feel like they know they want to break up with somebody, but they, like, wait until the holidays almost to break up with them. And I have a feeling it might
Wait
be...
for a significant event.
I have a feeling it might be because they think, oh, they're going to be with family and they're going to be better than by themselves. So maybe that's why they're breaking up on holidays or near holidays.
Well, I just brought up something on my phone, and it's 2 weeks before Christmas is the highest spike, but there's another spike, which is spring break.
Wow, spring break, really?
Yeah.
I thought that, well, that kind of makes sense to have a spring fling.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where people are going out the most and they don't want to be committed anymore.
Yeah. Funny enough, the month that has the least is actually my birthday month, August. So that's interesting. Summer holidays a little higher, but it is interesting.
But honestly, it's sad. It's because, like, if you're not going into a relationship, like, actually wanting to be with the person, don't go into one. Why are you having... a lot of people go into relationships is just because they don't want to be lonely at the time. And that's the sad part.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
need a
sad
best
truth.
friend, not a boyfriend kind of idea.
Yeah, they
Slash
need
girlfriend.
they
It
need
goes both
that.
ways.
They need that fucking, like,
Friends. They need friends.
not even just friends. They need to be hold, like, basically. You know what I'm saying? They need that person that they can
That
connect
physical
with.
touch.
Yeah. It's not even just a sex thing. It's just they need someone they could almost relate to, but then they know their deep intentions. They're going to break up with them later to hoe around, basically.
Yeah,
And that's the
they're
fucked
like,
up
you
part.
just need to bring me out of my depression, then therefore I can go and
They
fuck
use them
other
as
people.
they use them as crutches.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's sad, dude. That is so sad.
It is sad.
It's the sad truth, but it's like we could do something about it. It's simple. Don't go into a relationship if you're not ready. There's plenty of people that will love to just fuck around. Trust me.
Yeah, and the hard part is sometimes the signs are obvious for the victim, but like love blinds you, and you just like ignore it or not even realize that they're really there.
That is true. You guys need to not be
tough.
blind. And I know it's hard to do than, like actually put it in because
Put it in. Are we still talking about sex? What's happening?
no. No, but it's like it's hard to actually put it into action. Shut up. But it's honestly it is. It's really hard.
It's not an easy task.
But a lot of people, you need to do it. You need to have that thought before you even go into a relationship, I think.
Yeah.
If you start growing that thought while in a relationship, that thought is going to be very weak. And you're going to go in on that weak thought, and that shit's going to get shut down by the fucking love train. Just boom. And and then what? And then what?
You're gonna get into a relationship and then
be heartbroken.
yeah.
So why do you think people are playing the victim in relationships? Like, why do
I
you think
feel like-
people blame each other and, like, even
Instead
though
of
they're in the wrong?
themselves, yeah. Well, okay, I think there's several different scenarios, and one of the scenarios is definitely that they don't even realize that they are just completely wrong. Like I feel like they're either like too stupid or they just don't see it, or for some reason some of these people just think that they're like truly deep down that they are just not the victim at all, which is kind of mind blowing when at least you see it from an outside point of view.
I get that, but also it's like they clearly some people been in relationships, prior or shit like that. So it's like,
Well, I think
you're supposed to learn from that. Like how do they keep doing it? Like is it actually them just being dumb, or is it, and first of all, it's still no excuse,
no, it's just I just think is an
But
explanation.
but it's like at a certain point, when is it just you playing dumb?
Well, I think that's
when
what
does
it
get
is
there?
when people start getting into like several relationships and it's not their first rodeo and they go through this more than once. It's like I definitely think it's just them finding a reason to break up. Like they're just unhappy and they can't just kind of have the balls to do it, to break it up, so they have to find a reason. And the reason is, oh, the other person's bad. And it's not like they don't put it. I don't think anyone in our generation really puts the blame on themselves anymore.
I definitely do. Sometimes I think a lot. I think
like
a lot of guys.
Guys are starting to do it a lot more. Like
Yeah,
that gym kind of idea is definitely spreading a lot more.
It is. I think a lot of guys, and I'm not saying that girls don't do this at all. I'm not
Definitely
saying
some
that.
girls that do it.
But I'm saying a lot of guys, in my experience, I viewed a lot of times when they get out of their relationships, they see what's wrong with them. They start blaming themselves most of the time. And a lot of times they blame themselves on small shit. But then when you actually talk to somebody, they're like, "No, dude, you're right." It's like, "No, don't hold yourself hard like that." And it's hard because a lot of dudes can't. They seem like, "Oh, dude, I keep fucking up. A relationship keeps ending." But sometimes, hey, man, it's just there's so many fucking people out here that are crazy that, hey, you might be just getting unlucky and finding those crazy people. Sometimes it's not actually your fault. And especially if people are telling you it's not your fault, and not even close friends, like even family or even like people you're just talking to online and shit like that, if they just say, "Hey, dude, that shit's crazy, that story, yeah, you're not in the wrong," and you get multiple people's opinion, most likely you're in the right. Now, when girls get opinions with their friends, it's kind of different.
Definitely.
A lot of girls, they kind of like,
Pick their friend's side regardless
yeah,
of the situation.
even though they're crazy as fuck, and then if a different situation, let's say if the guy did that to her and she was telling the story about that to the girlfriend, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, that guy's crazy. Oh yeah, he's this, he's that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, it's also it's really sad to see some guys that like get broken up with, and it's really bad because they'll blame themselves and like what you were saying with like about small stuff is like, yeah, she cheated on me, but it's because I didn't wash the dishes that one time or
yeah,
I left the toilet seat
yeah.
up.
It's like we're almost making ourselves stupider. Like we really are
Well,
making
yeah,
ourselves
I think
stupider.
I think we're just trying to find a reason. It's like, well, if I was perfect, this wouldn't have happened, but that's just not.
I think
true.
we're trying to find a reason is because we're not trying to get hurt as much. We're
Well,
just trying to
I don't
find
think it's that. I
reason.
think it's or at least for me, whenever I've been like broken up with and like have true heartbreak, it's like, well, I just need to understand. Like I need to, like, why did this happen, kind of thing.
But isn't that also you're trying to find it to like sugarcoat it?
No, well, okay, a lot of relationships have left me completely confused. Where I've just like
I definitely
what the fuck just
definitely
happened?
need answers. Like
Yeah,
sometimes,
it's like
yeah,
like if it's me, then that's the best scenario because like I can fix that. I can deal with that. Like
Yeah.
I'll move on, learn, and like get to the next girl. Right?
when relationships end and it's your fault, sad
It's
to
tough,
say,
but
sad to say, it's the
easier.
better option.
It is. It is.
Is because you could,
Or at least for a guy.
yeah, you could grow from that. Unless you're a cheater, then what the
I
fuck
hope
are
you
you
grow from that because you're a
yeah,
terrible
I hope
fucking
you grow.
person,
I hope
yeah.
you grow from that. Like, what the fuck are you even doing in the first place? Don't even go into relationships. Don't hurt other people like that. Because to be honest, you cheat on somebody, the person that you cheated on most likely is gonna end up to be a cheater to hurt someone else, or they might be too broken to even get in a relationship. You're fucking over the other person hard.
Yeah. for potentially a really long time as well.
So that's not fun. It's not fun. It's not funny. If you're gonna cheat on someone, or if you do cheat on someone, break up with them the same day. At least
Definitely.
give them that. Give them that at least. Be like, you don't even have to tell them the reason. Just be like, hey, I need to break up. I can't do this.
I think you should tell them the reason.
Really?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you cheated on them,
would you really want to know?
I would. Well, because like, again, it leaves me with that, like, what happened? Why is this happening? What, like,
I think
like,
if they keep,
oh, you cheated on me with that person. Okay,
Well,
I can deal with that. You're a shitty person. Move on.
I think
right?
if
like,
they keep asking, then yeah, tell them. But I don't. I don't think
if they don't ask, don't tell them.
Yeah. So I think if you're starting that conversation, don't tell them. But if they ask why and they keep pursuing it, then tell them. You know, I would definitely say that, because sometimes
sense.
me personally, I wouldn't want to know. If someone just broke up with me out of the blue, I'll be like, okay, yeah, all right, cool. Especially if it's someone I don't really care for.
Yeah, well,
So
oh
it's
yeah,
like-
in like especially like smaller, or like shorter.
And what I mean by care
Relationships
for
too.
is like it just begun, you know, almost shit
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
yeah. I mean, you can definitely care for someone, but like, if it hasn't even been 6 months, like,
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah. It's
No offense to
Don't-
those people that.
don't worry about it.
No offense to those people that fall hard. I mean,
we get it,
We
we get
do.
it, but also it's like you're blinding yourself.
you
And-
are blinding, and you'll come to learn that. We don't have to tell you.
Yeah,
Life will teach you that.
That life would definitely teach you that.
Figured that shit out the hard way. Am I right?
Oh man, I figured that out way too many times, brother. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the fucking club.
Should we talk about what we've learned from relationships?
Yeah, dude.
Maybe
I think I learned a lot, but
A
honestly, I want you to go first because yours is more recent.
My recent breakup. you
Yeah, I think yours is more recent. You have more of that mindset of what you learned from, like more, you know, more clear. So I think you should go first, and then I'll go.
mean? Okay, well, I'll tell them that for in time perspective wise, I was broken up with a day after we recorded the last podcast, I think.
Literally, yeah.
So it's been 5 or 6 weeks or something like that. A
crazy.
month and a half almost. And yeah, that kind of broke my heart, because we weren't only dating for like 4 or 5 months, that we were also best friends before that for a significant amount of time too.
I think that's the worst.
It is. Well, I mean, that's how I want my relationships to go. I don't want to just start dating someone without being like at least good friends with them for a little while first, because like,
I know, but like best friends, and then
oh yeah, definitely, like, it's worth it, but it's also like, if it doesn't work out, it definitely hurts a lot more.
I thought I was your best friend.
She's my female best friend. It's different.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
could be a female.
yeah. Next topic we talk about is transitioning. But
So I lost my balls last week.
I lost my balls last week. I can't find them. Can you help me search? Just on a big ass fucking Easter egg hunt, just for you to tell me that you transitioned to a girl. Like, yeah, I'm a trans person. It's terrible.
Like a transformer.
That would be
Autobots.
how you would tell me though.
Roll
Absolutely.
out. Pull down my pants, no balls.
Just a robot vagina.
I didn't know you're Asian down there. What was that? Oh, that's a puss.
What the shit? Jesus Christ. Anyway,
What did you learn from it?
this is the first time in a relationship in a long while, and many relationships. This is the first time in a long time that I've kind of re-experienced like falling in love to the point where I've been blinded, because there was a lot of things in that relationship that just like shouldn't have happened. Like, I should have just kind of realized those red flags from before. That's definitely bad. And
To be honest, I think you should have talked to me about it.
yeah, well, I didn't even realize
know,
until
Yeah, but you should have told me about the girl. Next time, if you get into a relationship,
Yeah, for
dude,
real.
you gotta tell me about the girl. You gotta tell me the friendship wise, what it's going on. And I'm, you know me, I'm honest as fuck. So even if it hurts, like, I'm honest.
Lesson 1, tell your homies. Don't leave relationships just between you, the people. I guarantee you that your significant other is telling their friends. Tell
Homies
your
that
friends.
you could trust. Homies you could
Oh,
trust.
Don't just share it with your big group. Well, the weird part is especially if you have like the same friend group.
Yeah.
That was how me and my first girlfriend was.
You want to do something that is just you and that friend, not that friend that's also the friend to the girlfriend and shit like that. Because you never know, maybe that guy that you're telling maybe likes
It's
that
closer,
girl.
yeah, it's closer
and
to
shit
that
like
girl,
that.
and,
And
like,
then
wants that relationship to fail and shit.
yeah, so you never know who's a double agent really.
Yeah, for real.
So
You don't know who's out to get you.
Mm.
And it's in this generation, I feel like it's safe to say that everyone's trying to get you.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's in your best interest to just think that the world is against you. Or at least in America, or at least where we were fucking raised.
That's facts. Especially where I was raised, man. I mean, you were in a good area. You're most of your life.
Well, the problem is when you live in a good area, drama becomes so much more of an important thing because like that's the only thing that happens. There's no shootings. There's just
hey, man.
stupid white bitches. No offense, but you guys are fucking crazy sometimes.
They are crazy. They are
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
I've definitely learned personally that I don't like. I shouldn't date people that are younger than me. I can't deal with. I don't want to say ignorance. Ignorance is the word I'd use. They just don't know. I didn't say arrogance, but I don't know. It's dealing with people that just don't know what it means to love, like doesn't understand what love is.
I think you should give give them a chance.
Definitely.
Of course, if they're of age, whatever age you are, of age,
At least of similar age.
Yeah, don't EDP. No.
Yeah. No cupcakes. No cupcakes.
But I think you should give anyone a chance. Don't be like, oh, they're younger. Nope, right away. Give it a chance. See how the waters go. But do some little tests. See how they actually care. Ask them.
And when we say tests, don't pay your homie to try and get with your significant other.
Don't do tests like that. Don't like leave them undelivered and shit like that. Ignore them for the whole day. Like don't do tests that are petty. Don't do shit like that.
Don't do stupid shit.
Have actual deep conversations with them. See how they react. That's what I mean by test. See how they react towards how everything's going. And especially you need to do those little tests basically if they're new to relationships.
Oh, especially if they're new to relationships.
Because if they're new to relationships and they're starting off first with you,
you're going to have to hold their hand, walk them through it.
You're going to have to hold their hand or honestly, maybe to even date them is because
there's always someone that will date them. Don't worry.
Yeah, like
there's plenty of lonely people
if you're
in the world.
iffy to begin with, maybe don't go for it. Like,
or at least let time pass. Like,
yeah, be friends with them first.
Let your nervousness like tell you something like
until you're ready. When you're ready, but don't just jump in, especially with people that are new because people that are new they might want to experience shit that's not in a relationship. They might want to hoe around. They want to go to clubs. They might want a whole bunch of guy friends. Blah 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 blah. And do shit before they end up with somebody.
They want to have their fun before they're locked into like a single person.
If they're gonna get locked in with you,
and like
then they're gonna argue about that. They're gonna be like, "Oh, but I want to go to clubs, but I want to do this. I don't want to be held back and shit." And it's tough on you, definitely, but it's like you have to realize
they're just not gonna be ready, no matter what you want. Yeah,
whatever you say to them and shit, it's better to
just kind of
be like, okay, you want to do that shit? Go ahead and do it without me, and just end it. If they cry, they do anything to get you back. I'm sorry, but you have to stay strong. And you gotta go. You gotta go.
And you really have to worry about yourself because before you know it, that person that wanted to go to parties will. That person that wants to go fuck around will. Like
sooner or later they will do that.
Yeah, they'll heal themselves. Worry about yourselves, kings and queens.
That's for sure, because they're going to be worrying about themselves. Trust me, no one cares about you as much as you care about yourself. And that's
no one
facts.
should care about you more than yourself, yeah.
You should always hold yourself to the higher standard. Always hold yourself up. If you don't, then I'm sorry, you are not ready for any relationship. If you can't look at yourself in the mirror without being happy,
yes,
then
Deal with your own problems. Do not push them on other people.
Yeah, you cannot be getting into a relationship and
Trauma dump.
be like depressed on yourself. So like you look at yourself and you're like, wow, what a bum. This. Make sure you get a job, get this, get that, get your shit on track. Be happy with your life. Be happy alone. If you're happy alone, then you could bring people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the best advice I could give.
Because if you're happy alone and then you get into a relationship, first of all, it makes it so much more fun. And second of all, if that relationship fails, you'll still be having fun. You can have fun with your friends. You can have fun alone. You can do all this stuff without that person being there. And that's a really good thing. And you'll definitely want that mentally.
You can watch all the gay porn you want, bro. No
Honestly.
interruption. No
24/7. Actually, just get that microchip that they implant in your brain that Elon Musk is making, and just download.
Dude, apparently they like
bunch of
there
porn.
was some like things that came out, and apparently like they were
Neuralink.
tested on like I think monkeys or something. They died, and it was bad. Like
Well,
he's
I'd
getting
imagine,
sued.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's actually a law case coming up about him, so it's bad.
Well, do you know how they do it? They cut a chunk of your skull out and then replace like that part of your skull with this.
Crazy. I would never do that.
I don't think our technology is good enough for that yet.
I think it might be. Because you have to think about what I always say.
Well,
is look what we have, but imagine what the government has. You know what I'm saying?
okay, yeah, but you got to realize that all the most powerful stuff is not what the government has. The governments aren't. Have you ever worked for a government? Or have you ever seen people work for the government? The level of incompetence that they have, the government is run by maybe the stupidest people.
Yes.
I definitely think that there's a lot of technology out there that isn't like released to the public for sure, but I don't think it's governments that have that. It's definitely solo rich people or groups of rich people that own this technology or even know of it. I don't.
That's true.
It definitely is private industries that have them.
Yeah. That
I don't think it's governments that have them, or at least not America. America's. I mean, look at our president right now. He can't even form sentences.
I don't think he even knows he's president.
I don't know. I think he thinks he's dating his sister, or married to his sister. It's pretty bad.
I think he's like he thinks he's doing a role play like this is a Halloween thing or something. Year round.
He was born in 1990 or 1948.
Age doesn't matter, but
At a point,
where
your
it
brain
matters is
liquid.
where it matters the most. He could be 90, but he
There's
has
plenty
to be
of smart 90s
he has to
girls,
be competent.
Yeah.
He needs to actually be able to function. If you're 90 years old and you're talking like me and you, regular person, still mind working and whatever,
Then sure, yeah.
go for it. But if you're 90 years old and you don't even remember your last name or you're shitting yourself, maybe don't. Maybe
please
stop.
don't. God forsake, don't go be a president of anything ever.
Also, relationships I learned from,
Oh yes, back to this.
yeah, like stuff I learned is, man, honestly, you got to take care of yourself first. You need to not put other people first. I always did that. I always put the other person first because I wanted them to be happy, I always wanted other people to like succeed. Oh, I always help them out as much as I can. I actually only fell in love basically one time. I was in multiple relationships, but I only cared about actually one person. And it's funny. It's because that person basically helped me get out of a relationship, and after that, me and her actually started dating. Like, and then she actually told me, she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I really did like you, and everything like that. And I was like, oh, wow. And she's like, yes. She's like, I was hoping before it, but also not at the same time. I'm like, all right. But it was hard, especially she didn't make sense. And
What do you mean she didn't make sense?
like, I mean, there was situations that I still don't even know.
Oh,
so even
shit.
to this day, it still hurts, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm just like so confused. So many times we would talk. We were dating for we were dating for a long ass time. It was also long distance too. But it was
It's like a year or something.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was far enough, but not as far. Like I could
Not
still
an
go and
impossible distance.
yeah, I could go and visit the person. I could actually fly out, especially the job I had at the time that I actually got when the breakup happened. Funny enough, that I could actually fly for free. So of course that happened as
Yeah.
funny. But the situations between me and her that happened is like, again, she's like, oh, I want to go to parties when I go to college, blah 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 blah, shit like that. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Uh, but I'm just letting you know, if you do that shit, I'm not gonna be okay with it. And if you go, I'm probably gonna break up with you. Straight up with her. I'm being honest. And we fought about so much shit. And right there and then,
Fighting.
I should have broke up with her. She also like kind of almost blamed me, but
She played the victim.
she played the victim because she's like, but not blame me at the same time. It was weird. What I mean is like,
Yeah.
she would say, "Oh, I feel like I forced you into this relationship. I helped you got out of the other one." She used that as an excuse. She's like, I think you like the other person." I'm like, dude, no, I don't. See, how I work is when I get out of a relationship, I'm done with that person. Like same day. Justin knows. Same day.
Yeah, well,
I'm like.
Yeah.
I'm like
Somehow before same day, like
literally
before,
same
like
day
faster
or
than instant.
yeah, next day I'm like I'm already planning. I'm already knowing. Oh, this shit's not gonna work. I actually predict how that shit's gonna end, and I even
Same.
tell Justin. And every time I'm right, and it's scary. It's scary.
Is. Well, because I started doing that too, and with my most recent relationship, I just told her straight up, I was like, I'm not gonna be the one that breaks up in this relationship.
Oof.
I'm gonna put my everything.
Those
into
words are
this.
probably hitting her hard right now, man. She's probably like, ooh.
Well, funny enough, yeah. Now she's fucking texting me. Get off my phone, God, please. I don't care. I'm
But-
literally about to leave to go meet with someone else.
But she would say that shit, and I'm like, dude, no. I'm like, I'm telling you how I feel, and it sucks because, you tell someone how you feel, and it's actually how you feel, and they're like telling you no, basically.
What do you mean by that?
You're like, oh yeah, I love you, I care about you, I do this for you, blah blah blah. But they're like, no, but you might be blinded, blah blah blah. Oh, I got you out of. I'm like, no, I'm telling you exactly how I feel. I'm not being blinded of it, And I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't like the other person at all. And then they asked me how many. I recommend people to keep this like almost a secret.
We'll tell you guys though.
It's like she asked me how many people I slept with.
Yeah, that one's always
And-
like an iffy. It's like I don't.
And
know
then
if I
she
wanna
would
tell you that.
and then she always like we would do sexual shit together, and then she would be like, oh, in the middle of it, oh, I'm sorry, I can't because I'm thinking of you with other people and shit like that. I'm just like, oh my god, bro, come on.
Number one thing when you get into dating is you have to accept that there was people before you.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when she knew I dated people, and she asked me, and I said no at the time. I said I don't want to tell you, and she kept asking, and then I told her,
And now she got hurt,
and then she like basically made me feel so guilty of even saying that. I felt like I should have lied.
Toxic trash, bro.
Yeah, like I felt like I should have lied and been like, oh no, zero, blah, blah, But I don't lie.
I am a virgin. Like,
Yeah, but I don't lie. That's the thing.
well, yeah, you also don't want to lie about that because like that would just start another fight and like.
Yeah, especially if she finds out in God some way. I mean, I had some
Your ex
crazy
contacts
exes.
you or
Yeah,
some-
like I wouldn't be
You've had
surprised.
I've had some crazy exes. You've had some crazy exes.
I mean,
Everyone's crazy.
mine, I think just blows yours out of the fucking water.
Probably, but I never really had to deal with yours. Thankfully, you've
I
had
mean,
to deal with
you-
mine though. Oh my god.
You put me in those situations. You put me in those
You
situations.
also put yourself in some of those situations.
Well, because-
you went out and hung out with her. You were like,
No,
I'm gonna
no,
go to
no,
the
no, no, no.
mall.
That
She also
motherfucker-
came to you.
She
dude.
came to me. The thing
That's
is,
true, yeah.
I never asked her to hang out.
No.
I want you to keep that in mind.
I'm aware
I
you
never,
would never
I
do
never
that,
put
like-
myself out there. She texted me
Well, not only that is
all the time.
you wouldn't really have fun hanging out with her. Regard, like she's not like particularly fun to hang out with.
No, I mean it blew. Like it sucked.
kinda
Like
terrible,
she
yeah.
would come over and I didn't realize it, but my sister did, and she said, yeah, she was very like almost sexual towards me, and I didn't realize that because I was just thinking, oh, this
It's like
is my
first time ever, kind of like
The-
you don't
the-
get it the first time, but
this is my
never
fucking
forget.
friend's girlfriend.
not
I'm
even girlfriend. It was like ex after months.
Yeah.
It was months after we broke up too.
And I was like, oh no, even when you guys were dating,
Oh,
she
okay. This
she
is
came
news to
over.
me.
So I was like, when my sister told me that, she told me like days later, she's like, yeah, this. I'm like, really? I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't see that because I'm like, I'm completely ignoring her basically. I'm just talking, sitting, whatever. This
Really just
motherfucker,
coexisting.
yeah, like she would just sit next to me though. I'm like, there's a chair right there, bitch. Like, don't hop on my bed. Like, get away from me. Like, get away. No, no.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of is when people get too fucking comfortable in your living space. Like you invite them over and they just get. I know I've done that sometimes, but I've definitely learned.
No, no, no. But me and you've been friends for years. Like, there's a certain
little
part where,
different,
yeah,
yeah.
there's a certain part where you can get comfortable, and I think we both allow that for each other, is
Yeah.
because we
Well,
knew
that's-
each other for so
yeah.
long. So,
But
but if there's people you just knew for like a month or so, and they're like eating your food and shit, yo, bitch, yo,
Well, like I feel
those
like
Pop Tarts are mine.
I feel like no matter how long you've known someone, that first time you're at their house, you just kind of have to be respectful as possible. Like
Yeah.
no, literally, you could know someone for
Me,
3
I was
decades.
literally quiet. I mean, I haven't.
My
even
parents thought it was weird too. That was funny
Yeah,
as
like
fuck.
I was quiet. I was like just kind of scouting. I was like beep 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 beep, beep all around. Like that's how I am. Even
Yeah.
at school, everyone thinks I'm like that shy kid and everything.
Really, I
But
thought
then when
you
you,
were the school shooter vibe.
yeah, I'm just like sitting there, you
Quiet
know,
with his
quiet,
hood on,
hoodie
has his
on.
backpack. He's like ready
Loaded.
to pull an MP5 out of it.
But then when you actually get to know me, I'm just like ah, like fucking crazy. But also with her, getting back to that, is then we broke up, and that shit sucked. And then I was outside walking around, going through some shit, and I clicked on her and I accidentally called her, actually, because I didn't know who contact it was. And I was just seeing on my phone who was on my contacts. I was actually calling everybody. I even called you. And I called Hayden, I think, too. And Boston, but Boston didn't pick up because it's hours later. I think it was like 12 or something like that. Crazy shit. But then I texted you and then you responded the next day.
Little baby man, I sleep
Yeah.
early. Not anymore though, but
But I was out and then she picked up and she's like, hello, who's this? I'm like, you know who this is. I'm like, it's not playing. And she's like, oh, yeah, I know. And then we started talking. And then we started talking again.
ooh, that sounds like bad news.
And
That gives me
so,
bad vibes.
so the thing is, you know, we started talking and shit. She's like, yeah, I still, you know, love you, blah, 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 you know, this and that. And then you know how, like, iMessage, there's, like, this colorful fucking thing. It's, like, where you, like, write in lights, basically, almost. It's a digital
yeah.
touch. That
You
shit.
can like draw stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so we send a message that way, you know, that deletes, basically. And it's like, she put a heart, she did that. She started flirting with me first. And I was like, huh. I'm like, okay, I'm back in business. Let's go. Let's get this. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, I got my license, and I was like, dude, I got my license. Let's go.
Road trip.
You know, I was hella excited. I was like, yes, I got my license for my job. Let's go, mamas. You know, I was like, yeah. And then I was blocked.
Damn.
I was like, what?
That just means she found another guy.
I'm just like, but the thing is, I know she didn't.
How do you know
because
that?
I know she didn't through her sister. Because I
Well, yeah,
follow
her sister. Yeah, there's some things that.
No. But the thing is, her sister. I followed her from on another account that I had. I had my meme account because I followed her on my main account, and then I had my meme account too. So those. So she unfollowed me on that, but not my meme account. So I know she didn't have anybody else like at all. So I'm just like, what? When I was there, I was like,
No.
I was like-
reason.
okay, whatever.
I hate this blocking culture, where they'll just block you for no reason.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just I'm
okay.
like, what the fuck? And to this day, man,
No
just
idea.
No idea. I mean, I could call her or whatever, but I just at this point, there's no point to, you know, if
No
she's
need
not
for
thinking
closure.
about it, then I guess I might as well not. You know, it's like, you guys always in a relationship, you have to think about it. Is the
Things
other
have to go both
person?
ways.
Yeah, is the other person after the breakup? Are they crying? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? Most likely they're chilling in bed, relaxing, especially if they're a bitch. You know, they're probably texting a whole bunch of other dudes after. Like, you gotta realize that, so you need to stand up. You know, especially girls too. You know, if the guy cheats on you, don't be crying after him. Don't be fucking hold yourself in a higher standard. Why are you going after that? You're not garbage. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, if you do that, you're looking like trash. You're looking desperate. You're looking like this. Like, you need to not do that shit, you know?
I think a good rule of thumb is, say you get in a relationship and the other person breaks up with you, right? And they didn't cheat or anything. There's not a new person in their life. I think a good rule of thumb in the scenarios like that is you can definitely still try and get them back. But you have to know that right when there's one other person, at least one, I mean, there might be more, who knows, but right when there's another person, you have to immediately realize that you've lost that person.
Yeah. Especially if they have guy friends. I mean, every time I get into a relationship, my number one rule is if you have guy friends, I'm not talking to you anymore.
That's weird. Yeah, it's weird. She kept hanging out with her ex. Huh. That's
Who?
my most recent ex.
Yeah. See, that's why I never do guy friends. If a girl has guy friends, I tell them straight up.
I told her. I was like, dude,
I'm like,
we need to not hang out with this person. I'm like, I don't know.
I tell them every time. I'm like, you could lose the guy friends, or you could lose me.
Like, you choose.
Simple as that.
Like,
I'm your guy friend, you know?
I should be your best friend. Like, yeah.
Simple as that. But let's get to, you know, a lighter fucking
fun notes.
note. You know, we're growing older. We're having new
We are.
responsibilities. It's crazy, you know. Like, shit, man, I got an official job. Like, I had jobs before, but they weren't official. They were, like, under the table type shit, you know.
Yeah.
Mob hits. Shit like
Gang
that.
affiliation.
You know? Yeah, beating people
Pablo
in.
Escobar, drug cartels, etc. You know, the small stuff.
Of course, of course. Then I actually got a job, man. I worked at an airport. Could have flew for free. Never did. I went to Phoenix for training. That was fun. I was on my own.
Yeah.
Literally
I
in a
remember you
hotel,
that.
posted up, you know, mad chilling with snacks and shit. Just studying, passed easily, no problemo, because it was all open notes. Surprisingly, some people fail, but
Well, you just write down the answers.
yeah, basically. And then even the teacher said, "Yeah, you guys are actually my first class for all of you to pass the first go around."
That's kind of
In
sad, though. I
in a
feel like.
long time. And
In
I
a
was
long
like,
time.
She was like, I'm like, what?
What do you mean? That shit was
It's
easy as fuck.
open notes, bitch. What the fuck?
Honestly, though.
Who the fuck is trying to get this job? Retards? I'm like, damn, dude. But it makes sense. A lot of people that go for that job at the airports, I mean, a lot of them
I
are
remember you complaining
stupid.
so many people.
Dude,
Well,
I
it's
would
like not
complain
that
a
hard to
lot.
just do your job, right?
It's not. If you go to a job and you guys are lazy as fuck, then stop working. Like, go on welfare, go on something else. Stop being a lazy piece of shit. If you're a worker,
suck
and
the
you're not
end of a
helping-
12-gauge shotgun. You know, like just the
yeah,
normal
like
stuff. Yeah.
like seriously, if you're
Year's
a
kiss.
worker and you're not helping,
and you're
you
not
have to
working.
think- yeah, if you have to think about this, you're pushing it on your coworkers. If you don't even like your coworkers and shit, maybe quit and go get a new job. But if you're just leaving all the work basically to other people, maybe you're the person that's actually the shit person and not those coworkers that you don't like. So you gotta step up.
Yeah.
You got responsibilities. You're older. You got a job. Even if you're 16, you still have a job. and
16 is
shit.
definitely
You gotta-
old enough. Like,
Yeah, you're old enough. You're working. Okay, if you got a job, do shit. Do what your tasks are told of you by your manager. Now, if other coworkers kind of go up to you and say to do shit, don't do it. Just
well, I didn't say don't do it, but be skeptical.
Me, I wouldn't do it. I would never do it. I would ask
Well,
the
I've had
manager.
different coworkers. Maybe
You
that's
know,
why.
I would talk to the
I
manager.
would ask the manager. That would be.
I would never do a job because you never know if it wants to be done or not. Especially if there's a routine. It's like, let's say there's a board and whoever's front desk does, let's say, that task, and you're not on front desk, and let's say you're doing something else like stalking, and the coworker comes and tells you to do it, say
that's
no.
you, bro.
Be like, whoever's front desk does that. I'm sorry. I know I'm new, but I'm not doing that. If you have a problem, go talk to the manager. Simple as that. Always, you got to be tough as well. You can't be letting people push around because
That's
then-
just in life too,
Yeah.
not just work.
because you know people are gonna just use you at that point, and they're gonna
Absolutely.
get more lazy, and then you're gonna work twice as hard for a minimum wage job.
Yeah, and
That's
they're
not worth
working
it.
not at all and getting paid just as much as you.
And dude, our new responsibilities, man. I mean, like, we gotta pay bills. We gotta.
Taxes. We have
Taxes.
now that we're 18. We have to join the the military if they require us to do so. The draft.
I mean, hey, my religion doesn't allow me to pick up a gun, so
Well, don't worry. There's combat medics.
I can't touch another human body like that.
Don't worry. There's other things you can do in the military.
I can't.
I can't. I don't know. It's just not me.
Actually, technically, I am retarded.
I'm I'm actually clinically stupid as fuck.
So, because I mean, technically, they put me in stupid classes for like
they put me in stupid classes
in school and shit just because I was foreign, and they're
just
saying
that's just racist.
literally they're like, oh, you're a Russian Romanian. Oh yeah, you're fucking retarded and you don't know English. So you have to go in reading classes. You have to go in this. You have to go in that, and then they're like, we have to test you now, and just because I guess I didn't have good short-term memory because they showed me multiple pictures and then they flip the pictures and then I have to say what's underneath.
I have ADHD. I would fail that so fast.
And I mean, I was doing good until it got to like there was 6 fucking pictures and they're like, "Okay, yeah, tell me what everything that was just now." I mean, they flipped it and then unflipped it. I'm just like
I don't know, bro.
I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
Well, that's perfectly average cuz you're supposed to be anywhere between 5 and 9, the average being 7, and you were at 6. Like that is the average between.
So
normal.
I was just like, dude, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, okay, so he has that problem, so he's retarded. So technically, I am retarded. So if I am good from the military, I'd be like, no! Start fucking screaming shit in my pants. I don't know.
Screaming and shitting my pants.
I'll go join the enemy team or some shit, switching teams.
Fire!
Be a fucking spy.
They're like, nah, you're getting on the tank, bro. Like,
oh, fuck. Yeah, you're gonna drive a jet straight into the enemy territory. What? No.
Yeah, you're actually just gonna kamikaze since your stupid ass is all we can use you for.
Bin chilling.
Dude, I hate that fucking memes. That just came out of nowhere and it just continued.
I love it, dude.
Thanks, John Cena. Being chilly.
So, because we're older.
Indeed.
And once we actually get into our careers and we're making money, we're stable.
We gotta have somewhere to live.
We have to have somewhere to live. Are you gonna still live with your parents until you build enough money at a certain point?
Yeah, I mean,
or a certain age are you waiting for? Or what's gonna be your starting point? What is your step by step until you get your house? Or are you gonna try to live with your parents until you get your house? Or are you gonna like apartment? Like what's your steps?
So, I'll definitely live with my parents for at least a little while. Obviously, I'm just now getting out of school for a little while, and I still need to get a job. So I am starting on nothing, right? Well, not nothing. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty privileged to have parents, but I'm starting with no other outside resources. So I'll definitely start with my parents. I might move in with my brother and his girlfriend because I think they are getting a house up in January. So I'll start living with them instead of my parents, which will be a godsend. And then from there, I'll probably keep working, or at least hopefully have a job by then, and like make money. And then probably after that, probably get an apartment with other people, just so I don't have to pay as much rent, And it's nice to be like have something that's like your own responsibility, your name's on the title, like you have to be responsible for something. Because I think if I were to go like straight into like even just renting a house, that would be like kind of a lot of not like it would be too much responsibility, but I just wouldn't know how to take care of a house right off the bat. So it'd probably like go to shit. Like I don't know how to clean a bathroom other than like cleaning a toilet, cleaning sinks, cleaning mirrors, and like the shower. Like I guess the occasional mop, but I mean my family's like I don't want to say they're clean freaks, but like when we do clean our house, it's like a full deep clean. So I've seen a lot of things that have been like I didn't even know you could clean that. Like I didn't even know that was a thing that you could clean. But
my mom she's crawling in the vents. What the fuck?
We actually just nuked our house and we're rebuilding it. That's how we clean our house. I don't know.
Well, luckily enough, I'm not privileged. I'm kind of the poor friend.
Enough.
It's great. I don't.
We're opposites.
Yeah, we're completely opposites. Basically, I don't have many parents. I only have one. I struggle, to even live right now. Shit like that. So that's great. But my goal is to still live here, of course. I have to pay bills and shit. I'm trying to get done with my real estate classes, go and be a realtor. So that's gonna be awesome. And then once I'm done with my classes, though, and then I have the big test to go for, I'm probably gonna get a side job in the meantime while studying for the big test, and or I might just go for the big test, and then once I'm done with that, and I actually get my license basically, and
Start
license
making some real
under
money.
and license under a broker, then I would go for a side job while I'm a real estate agent. You know, that might be a good move.
Working
so I'm
at
ready.
one thing at a time.
Yeah, so I'm basically done with everything, done with studying, so I don't have to worry about studying and work at the same time because that would suck.
Yeah.
So, especially how much you do have to study. I mean, I got classes on classes, and you cannot fail. Like, you fail, you pay so much money. In real estate, you pay so much fucking money.
Especially in California.
Yeah, like, I'm not even kidding. If I failed this class, this test, I don't pass it, I would have to re-buy a course, and you have to re-buy the whole course. So let's see.
Redo the course.
So yeah, let's say you get 2 out of 3 of the certificates. Doesn't matter.
No,
You're
that's
gonna
not
have
all
to.
3, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to buy the course again. And it's like $80 or $200, $100. It's around that price range. It's the lowest is 80. That's crazy.
It's still kind of expensive.
That every time. I mean, yeah.
Especially
it gives you only, I think, 2 retries.
And then what?
And
You
then-
just can't be.
All of my tests, I didn't know you're not allowed to leave it. So now I only have 1 try left.
Oh my god.
So, yeah. I mean, 1 test I actually left twice on accident. Because
In
my
one test, you left twice.
Yeah, it's because my my Google page just closed. I don't even know why, but it closed.
Just did that.
And I was like, what? And I opened it and I was locked out. So I had to actually call the support for them to give me another try. And they're like, oh yeah, I see one of the things are invalid. I'm like, what? Only one? Okay. So now I only get 1 try. So I have 1 try on 2 of the tests. And then another one I have 2 tries. So it's scary. So I have to
Oh god.
do those and pass. I think it's 70% and up. If I don't, I have to buy the course again. So, fun.
Fun.
But yeah, once I'm a real estate agent, once I get my side job and I'm making money, I might work at like GameStop or some shit, something chill, something relaxed, not an airport job.
Yeah.
Because that shit sucks ass. I mean, it blew, bro. GameStop, it seems more fun because those are my people, bro. That's my people.
It's also a lot of information we already know.
Yeah, like, I got you, bro. I can tell you every game that's good. If you ask me my opinion on the game, I'm just going to tell you, hey, that one's ass.
Just
that
never
one's
get an
this.
Xbox and we'll be okay.
Yeah. If I see someone buys an Xbox, I'll
Just
be at the
fucking
cashier.
punch 'em.
Be like, oh, you suck dick?
You
You suck dick?
Oh, I wasn't aware you were gay, sir. I'm sorry. Your section is right over here, and you just leave him to the door.
And then I think I would go into renting a house, and then
Well, especially because if you have your
real estate,
state job
yeah.
and then you have a side job,
So
you can definitely do that.
So if I'm real estate and I'm doing well in real estate, then I might as well just stay here at my house until I could buy my own house. So
Buy
I just
it or like
buy a house. So then I could actually do that because that would be like a godsend.
I don't know if I really want to buy a house for a while.
Hey man,
Unless I make like an actual load of money. Like I just don't want to have to deal with like property rights and all that stuff.
it's true. On a side note, for Christmas, I bought some stuff for me. I bought some Corey Kenshin merch, you know, a
Hey.
hoodie. I actually got this cool ass mouse pad right here. I got a Momo little fucking stuffed toy. Awesome. And then I
That's
also got
his plant, right?
yeah. And then I also got from Shane Donson, believe it or not, I got a grower shirt. It's really fucking
Grower
funny.
shirts?
It's a grower hoodie. If you guys know what growers mean, then you
Instead
know.
of-
It's grower initiation. So, or a side.
Association.
It's really, 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 really funny. So, personally, I like it a lot. It wasn't even that much either. I think it's fucking amazing.
You gotta treat yourself sometimes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean,
especially for
I'm low on money now, and now all this money is basically gonna go to gas, and maybe buying another course if I fail.
Yeah.
Just in case I always have a backup. You know,
Got
I
it.
don't think I will, because I'm gonna try to get as much help as I possibly can. I'm
Always
gonna
be
study for
prepared,
it.
though.
So, But yeah, definitely need that money just in case.
Well, it's also super convenient now that gas is like $2 full cheaper.
Yeah, it's
We were like $5.60. It is now $3.60, and I
every
just
day I
never been happier.
drive by work, I just see prices slowly dropping, and I was getting so excited.
Well, it started slowly dropping, and then it dropped faster, and then harder. It was like, oh my god.
Dude, it was. I was like, when I drove past and I saw that one gas station, I was like,
I
$3.99.
thought I was hallucinating. I was like,
what?
no.
I'm like,
That's $8.99.
I'm like, next time I'm gonna drive by, what's it gonna be? Fucking free?
We actually pay you to take our gas, please.
But the scary part is, I know
It's probably
they
gonna go
drop
right
it.
back up.
No, it is.
Definitely.
So I see. I have a friend at work. Well, old work. Great guy, awesome dude. I still am in contact with him. I think that motherfucker was a true friend. He even told me, he's like, yeah, prices right now are gonna go low, but they're gonna shoot back up because of the government that's actually going on right now. Our governor, all that shit. So he's lowering the prices right now, and he's saying that, and then it's gonna shoot back up. So be ready for like $6 gas. Basically, it's
gonna double in price.
I mean, it's crazy. Oh, talking about the Shane Johnson merch. I mean, it just got shipped.
Hey!
Let's go.
What are the chances of that? You only got an hour if we're talking about that. That's
Literally.
pretty funny. It's your phone knew, and I was like, oh, I must tell him.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you believe in like your phone's always listening?
Yeah.
Like it has microphones
Yeah,
and it's
definitely.
always listening?
Definitely. I mean, you talk about shit, and then the ads I get, you know, it's not even YouTube ads because I have YouTube Premium. But even when I didn't, I mean, I got ads that I was just listening a video. They were talking about Raid Shadow Legends, and then I literally 2 seconds later, I got an ad on my phone, and it's Raid Shadow Legends.
Well, yeah, but Raid
It's like,
Shadow Legends pays their ads to be everywhere all the time.
But
They have so much money to spend on ads.
They were talking about dogs. I would never get dog advertisement. And then I get like cat litter and shit like that, and
like,
then
what the fuck?
dog food. I'm just like, ads. I'm like,
Okay,
what?
you know what I'm my concern is with that is sometimes say you're talking about it and you have something you want. Well, I talk to you. I have your social media, so it's gonna give me advertisements based on something that you might like because I'm friends with you.
Yeah.
And so I might like it. So I'm like, oh my god, if I'm gonna like look for sex toys or some shit, is my parents gonna have advertisements for this or something?
Adam and Eve sponsorships.
Honestly.
They're like watching a cooking show. Adam and Eve. What? Oh,
Pornhub Premium.
Oh,
like,
a Bible verse. That's very nice. What is this? A new church?
a new church.
There's floppy cocks everywhere.
Cock rings, vibrators, dildos, and all.
And then your mom just shoots herself right there and then
my
her
God.
little rocking chair. Oh wow, my mom's really comfortable. She's rocking back and forth. And she looks stiff as a board. Mom? Giant hole on top of her head.
She's purple. Mom?
That means she got choked out. Who choked her?
Herself.
Yeah, her hands are just gripped to her own neck.
Oh my god, that's some like ghost shit.
I mean, you would have to be mentally insane to do that.
Adam and Eve will do that.
Yeah. Could you actually physically, like as a regular person thinking, could you choke yourself out?
to death? No.
Because I think you would pass
You'll
out.
pass out before you'll get to the person or get to death.
So,
I'm sure if you do it enough over and over, it'll damage your brain enough to do that. But just
but would
by
it
doing
kill
it
you
once,
or would it make you mentally insane?
it's a possibility for either. It could you
So
could
you
do it
think
to the
if-
point where you'd pass out, and if you keep doing it, you could either have like a stroke or something, or
Oh,
enough
true.
brain cells will die where certain functions won't work. Like you'll become like actually mentally retarded, like not even as a joke or a derogatory name. Like
Yeah.
you'll actually just not. You'll just have the mentality of a third grader, an 8-year-old.
I mean,
It's a
basically,
very young 8-year-old.
basically mother. Mother. Basically,
Mommy.
I don't even know why I said mother. I meant to say Hayden.
I hope you don't see Hayden as your mother. He has he has the titties though.
He has the fucking pyramid titties and the fucking hair for it. So I mean,
God.
he definitely could be.
Do you
someone's
ever
mother.
wonder like what our older or the friends that we used to have are doing? Like Aiden. I wonder what Aiden's doing.
He's probably
Not doing much.
sitting down with his
A
little
jug of water on his
cock
stomach.
out. No, he upgraded to milk now.
Ew. That's a downgrade.
Until it gets hot. He's
so
just drinking
his
it.
dick's in his hand and a gallon of milk. You just like,
But
is
no,
that milk? Like,
it's an
just
extra
cum.
upgrade because he got fatter. Now he actually could put food on it. He has snacks on his belly too now. It's not just a jug of water.
He has the whole
He moved
4-course
on.
meal.
He actually
That's so
emptied
mean.
out, the jug
so
of
mean.
water, and he put soda in there. It's
Ugh.
diet soda, so he thinks it's good for
Dude,
you.
Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke, not good.
I don't drink soda, so I don't know. Honestly, I don't even remember what soda tastes like anymore.
That's probably a good thing though.
It is.
I've recently cut out soda, just for like acne problems. Not that I have pretty bad acne. Well, normally I don't really have any acne, but
Same.
it's definitely the soda that causes it. I think because
Yeah.
I cut it out and like I'll go through periods where I'll just cut it out just because I was like, I don't want my face to look like that.
Yeah.
It's definitely not an addiction. I don't really have an addiction to anything. I don't think, other than
I do. Crack.
Yeah. Other than methamphetamine, actually, I do a lot of that. But Breaking Bad,
I think
I need to watch that show.
I have one addiction. That's a
If
sex
I could,
addiction. That's a sex addiction.
I'd want a
No, like
addiction.
I honestly I think I have that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I honestly think I have that. I mean, there's days of I'm just sitting there in the couch.
Guys, I think I have to go.
I just feel like attacking you right now. I'm not even.
Guys, I gotta go.
No, but sometimes I would be sitting in the chair and I would literally get
Gotcha.
I would literally be sitting in the chair though,
You'd be like,
and
my dick hard.
sometimes I would just be getting angry because I want to go do it, but I'm doing something right now. Sometimes I would literally go up and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do it. Or sometimes I get this feeling in my stomach, it starts turning, and it's like I need to go
Must
do it.
come.
Yeah, it's like it's like
God.
basically an
That was
urge,
scary.
and it's like it's crazy.
Holy-
Literally tentacles. What?
We're talking about your
Tentacles.
sex addiction.
But yeah, it's honestly kind of crazy. I mean, one time I did it.
I'm scared where these stories are going.
I did it 19 times in a day.
Jesus. Oh,
Um,
I know where we can. We are a little late on our podcast, but I do have one more fun.
But I mean,
game that we could do.
I when I hit the
talk
like
about.
11th mark, I was shooting nothing.
At the 11th mark, dude, I
Yeah.
hit like the 5 mark, and I'm just shooting blanks.
I mean, yeah, I hit 11, and
It's probably painful.
it was, but at a certain point,
You just have to keep doing
at a
it.
certain point, it was so painful that it stopped being painful. Like it
It's so point to
it was like it was
peaks and just
it was a
breaks.
4 at the 4th time it was just pain, and then 6th time the pain was gone, and then it was good again. And it was just so weird. And then the next day, I thought it was gonna be fucking in pain. When I went to sleep, it was kind of like, ugh. And then when I woke up, I thought it was gonna hurt like just son of a bitch.
like sore.
Yeah, it didn't. And I
magic
actually
of sleep.
did it again, 2 more times in the morning.
I feel like you're too comfortable.
I was in
when
it.
you
I was.
talk to me. No, I'm just kidding.
I was in the bathroom for an hour. Actually, no, like 2 hours.
I was about to say, if you're doing it back to back, I couldn't be in there for just 1 hour.
So yeah,
Fuck, one time takes like 30 or so minutes. And that's like not even just 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes of like actually jacking off. It takes like 10, 15 minutes. You're trying to find the right video, man.
dude.
Am I
trying to find
wrong?
the
Like
right-
shit, you're like, dude, I don't seen this, shit,
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
shit, seen this,
Seriously,
like-
dude. Sometimes I see the wrong thumbnail. I mean, I saw a dude.
I saw it, dude.
I saw-
Just butt ass thing.
No, I saw a dude getting in the thumbnail. He was getting his ass ate by a girl, and then he was sucking his tip while he was.
He's
she was-
sucking his own tip.
Yeah, while she was eating his ass.
Oh my god.
In the
That's
thumbnail.
That's pretty flexible, might I add.
I was so grossed out. I actually stopped and I left. I was disgusted. I was like,
You
no,
stopped halfway through it, I would have been like, can't do it.
no, because I was scrolling through trying to find the video, and that was
Got
the
it.
thumbnail. So I closed it, and I'm just
Close
like,
your phone. Went,
and I did it all by memory. Just I was thinking of situations, and I just did it by that. Real dick versus dildo. Is that actually a YouTube video?
I hope not, but it might be.
You know what's
Sorry, I
funny?
had to show a
If you
meme.
say something that's educational,
This is you.
yeah. Believe it or
If you
not,
say
I could do that.
something Yeah, I've seen a lot of porn where it's like educational. And there's
No.
little
Like
titties
on
out.
YouTube, if you say something's educational, they won't blur it. There's like, for example, cosmetology, because my sister does it. My brother, not my brother, my dad does it. They watch YouTube videos, and there's literal pussies and ass, not blurred, nothing, because it's educational. It's on YouTube.
Yeah. Can you send me them?
Definitely.
As
What
if I
was
couldn't
also
just
what was the
watch
thing
it.
you wanted to add before we wrap it up? Because it's
Okay.
Get
So
in
we are pretty late. We're already 7 minutes after an hour, but this is a fun little mind thing that you can do. It's a little fun challenge. I don't know if you should do it. Definitely, if you're underage, can't do it. But it's called the 6, 12, 18, 24 challenge, and you have to do. There's 4 things that you get, and you have to choose one that you'll do 6 times, 12 times, 18 times, and 24 times. So out of the 4 choices that you have to put in those categories, you get jerking off or masturbation in general, running miles, how many miles you run, eating donuts, and drinking beer, like drinking beers.
I think I put the beers.
I'd put that one of those last.
Second.
They're 12?
12.
12. Okay. Beers.
I would
beers.
do miles as first. 6.
I definitely put 6 miles first.
And then donuts.
Donuts. You put that 24?
I would put that as last, and then I'll put jerking off as
That's
second to last.
2 dozen donuts. We could probably do that.
It's not clear though. You could put donut holes.
Come on. We're talking about not only donuts, but these are Krispy Kreme normal ass glazed donuts.
Oh, that's easy, bro. I mean, that's easy. I get so hungry I eat a whole fucking pizza box. Like,
dude, I could go for Domino's right now. Anyway,
you want to go get pizza after that? Like, honestly.
I need fuel. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah, hey, just say you stop to get gas. I mean, we could stop right now and get something to eat real quick.
Yeah, we'll come back and talk about this later. But okay, so you'd put it that. I think what I would do, because I thought about this like a year ago, is I definitely put miles first. Then I'd put jerking off, because I don't think I could do jerking off 18 or 24 times. So we'll do 12.
Well, I already did that. So
see, I don't think.
Am I marked off for that?
No, this is completely up to you. There's not a right answer. This is a challenge that you could try and do real life. And then I'd put probably beers at 18, and then 24 donuts as well.
You know what would be an actual fun game though? Putting all the tasks you do in a regular day, and putting that in a Google Doc and list them, and then do a number generator, and those 4 things you have to do in a certain amount of times, like the 6. 12, 18, 24. So it's not even just those choices.
You just kind of pick new ones.
Yeah.
So, we should tell them that. You should tell them that you guys got to give us 4 new options, and then...
Yeah, leave it in the comments down below.
That'll be our tradition at the end of every thing, is we'll get a new set of 4, and then we'll argue on how we do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even going to work, you have to go under time, try to leave early, or you have to work overtime by a couple hours. So, it is what it is. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, but thank you guys for coming out. We gave you an extra 10 minutes.
Of course.
That's got to be at least 3 or 4 times it takes for me to come, so...
I mean, we do have to cut it a little bit, so we're probably actually at the hour mark.
No,
most likely.
we didn't spend 10 minutes.
We're probably hour 5.
Hour 7, at least.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to slice that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share this video,
Comment a new 4 things.
Definitely
make them interesting. Don't make them too hard. Don't make them too easy.
And, yeah, guys, thank you guys for coming out, enjoying the podcast. If you guys listened to this far, text the 4 things, and also text, pomegranate. I don't know.
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
No, pomegranate.
But anyway, guys, peace.